Woohoo! All right, so this is vlog 3 of just me doing boxcars related content. I guess I seriously have no idea where I'm going with these vlogs. But yeah, we're just gonna do them anyway, so you guys get some content. Because you guys deserve it. So right now I am making a height chart for kind of some of the other animal creatures that are in the Foxcar world. So I drew a Thunderbird. This is this handsome gal right there. Dude, gal. They're genderless because there's no difference in between the genders, like males are bigger or smaller. It doesn't really matter because these would be just showing up every once in a while. The Thunderbird literally has one episode it's in. So yeah, so I'm not gonna worry about creature design a lot when it comes to species. So right now we're actually going to do a saber-toothed tiger, and I want us to, well, a Smilodon, but I call them saber-toothed tiger because that's how I grew up with them being called. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sketch. In case you guys are curious, this is paint. This is where I do a lot of my Foxcars reference sheets, only because I don't know, it's very, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's easier to color. It's easier to color in here. That's honestly all it is. So, yep, I am just making this, we're doing an adult saber-tooth tiger just so that you guys in the audience will be able to know just how big they are. Yeah, because the Smilodon that we have already seen in the series was like a preteen. It wasn't a full-grown adult. That will be mentioned later on in the series that, oh yeah, that was a preteen. Yeah, so. Wow, I am not drawing good right now. It's okay. I forgot what a lion's muzzle looks like. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's just a Smilodon, it's okay. Yeah. And let's do this one a boy, so it's gonna have whiskers, because in my universe, only boys have whiskers. Girls don't need no whiskers, because I do that to help with gender division traits and such. Is in my, honestly, in anything that I do, boys have whiskers and girls do not have whiskers. But like some animals don't have visible whiskers, like canine, well, most canines besides foxes don't have whiskers showing up really. So therefore I do not do whiskers on them. But yeah, when I do whiskers, it's mainly like the equivalent of human beards, mustaches, and stuff. And usually girls don't have those, well, when they're young. I mean, girls get them when they're older and stuff. But you get the point. I'm gonna actually have the Smilodon have a lot of spine, well, shoulder fur. I really like this as a, I don't know why, I love like a bunch of like ragged fur or a bunch of for around that area of animals' bodies. I don't know why. I just really like it for some reason. I think it's just fun for me to draw. And just to let you guys know, I will be starting my new job as a caterer this Friday. I'm working from 10 until 7, so that is a 9-hour shift. I think I'm only gonna be working on Saturdays and Fridays though, which is nice. I just hope it doesn't drain me, because 9 hours is quite a big chunk. It's because the normal full-time is like 8 hours a day or something. Like yeah, I don't know. I just know that it's gonna be a lot, especially for someone who has not worked besides my art before. Well, I've done like physical stuff and such, but like, I don't know, this is my first time job working for a company. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm just not used to this circumstance or environment. Because as an artist and the creator slash director, I don't know what I am of Boxcars anymore. I'm the creator. I get to make my own headlines. I get to be my own boss. The closest thing that I would have to someone being higher than me as a boss would be you guys being my Patreons. So that's information for you. I liking this a lot. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I can handle it. I'm a mature adult. But yeah, so back to what I'm doing now and not going off topic with my job. Ugh, job's gross. So I know a lot of people are probably confused with the Foxcar universe, like where and when it takes place. And the reason why it's so wonky is honestly because I keep on changing it up. I didn't do a lot of world building besides the spiritual part of Foxcars, and more of the cultural side of it, because I didn't really care for it when I first started creating the story in the series. I just wanted to do foxes in the wild, and I did a saber-toothed tiger because I didn't want humans to be around. So it's like, oh, it's in the Ice Age era, but now we have a Thunderbird, which is like a mystical being. So, well, it's actually a Native American folklore. But which it's the same thing. But I don't know, they could have, no, because this one has like power over lightning and such, so it's mystical. So Boxcars and the environment is completely different than ours, especially back then. Like even for back then, it's different. So Foxcars is going to be more like it's taking place on its own island or world or something like that, but humans just don't exist yet or ever in this line. I don't think I'll ever have a story where humans and animals will be in the same environment unless it has characters from both worlds. Like for example, Foxcars, it's a story about foxes surviving in the woods. Say it was like foxes, like a pet fox and a human, then there would be humans in it, and it would include the human world. But since it's just the animals we are focusing on, then there's no point to humans. And I think that I don't really like it when they do human versus animal conflicts in like stories. I know they do that a lot. Like they did it in Watership Down with like the human workers like tearing up the original home den or something like that. Home burrow, whatever it's called. Um, I like those to some extent when they're done right. But I don't know. I just feel like you can show so much struggle that the animals have to deal with without doing humans. Like I feel like it's a weak conflict. Like it does happen in the real world, but I think it's kind of not lazy writing, but it's like an easy way to make conflict for the animals. So I don't know. I don't really like to show that. Um, especially if it's just the animals I'm focusing on. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, then sorry. I'm just rambling on as I sketch. Which crap. Too low. Too low. Too low. I'm too loud. The struggles of being an artist are real. Do. So yeah, that's why I don't like doing humans when it's just animals, when the story and characters are just focused on animals. Like, yeah. Have this curling and foot and stuff. So to give some updates on some behind the scene projects, for some of you guys who know this, I'm doing like a mini series thing of Foxcar lore and such, which would just be mainly the cultures and such. And like I said, I haven't done a lot of world building for this show, and I'm not necessarily going to because there's no need. I would rather spend spend my time and energy with world building and put it into other projects that will actually need it. But whoa, my voice. Fox lore will be about cultural stuff, mainly about the tribes and like their religion and such like that. Just fun stuff like that. Okay. It's a little too small to be a full-grown adult. Not be bigger than the Thunderbird though. Like this is as big as the Thunderbird is like the biggest animal. Maybe a little bit bigger. Like I said, I do not want this guy stepping on the Thunderbird's toes. Let's put this. Oh, what was that? No. Come on, paint, behave. You're my old friend. This is what I used to draw on a lot. Was good old paint until I became better at Photoshop, which I'm happy I was because this one keeps on glitching. Okay. You know, the Smilodon just reminds me of how I used to be kind of obsessed with dinosaurs and with just dinosaurs when I was younger, but And that's what's kind of gotten me into dragons, was they were like a cool version of a dinosaur to me. But it's like, but now it's just like, I just don't draw them. Like, I still love them. I still think they're still pretty dope. I just have no free time to sketch out a dinosaur, which I think would be nice to do, actually. Maybe I'll sketch one out for you guys. Yeah. So I am doing the line art for this guy right now. And I'm gonna do kind of what they did with Brother Bear and stuff. And what they did was they just kind of did something like this, where this was his brow. You cannot see that through the red. If I remember, I'll show it again once I clean everything up. Fun fact about Smilodons, saber-toothed tigers, is that their teeth, scientists have said, I don't know if it changed at all recently, but scientists have said that, sorry, I was checking to see if I was still recording, that their teeth couldn't actually do any damage and that they were very fragile and breakable. So that's, I don't know, I think that's very interesting and stuff. They're probably like it's like a fun feature or something to attract a mate or to intimidate predators or prey. I think it's fun that they call it a Smilodon. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right. I'm saying it right. Hold on. I know how to settle this. Google. Smilodon. Yep, bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. But yeah, I just think Smilodon is kind of a fun name for it because it's smiling. It has extremely sharp teeth. So it's like, usually you don't like name something as ferocious as something with fangs smiling, right? So I just think it's fun. Like, oh yeah, the sharp teeth means it's smiling at you. Really? I thought those are just like weapons that you use to like eat dinner. No, actually, they're pretty fragile. So, yeah, I'm funny. I'm funny because I think I'm funny. Dude, I'm gonna be like kind of like the least thing that I'm looking forward to when I work is like just asking people to cover shifts for me in case like of emergency or I am just very broken or sick or something like that. I don't know the reason, like a family emergency or something. Like that's what I'm worried about. But enough about me. Let's talk about boxcars some more. So one thing that I like about paint is just whenever I draw a closed shape, I can fill it in and it completely colors it. There are a few things that paint just sucks at. Like I could list a whole bunch, and Photoshop just dominates that, but this takes less time than Photoshop. And Photoshop I use for my really, really important stuff. I will finish the outline and then I will put this thing to wait. I will stop the video. I will stop the vlog. I guess I should treat these more like vlogs, right? Like saying like a random voice and all. And I feel like I got distracted from fox cars. Oh gosh. The story of my life, I'll take you home. Okay. So Foxcars is coming along nicely. I am falling a little behind on my end of the work, which is the line art. I need to get ahead of that. But with the series, with the mini series of Fox lore, I am still working on that. I'm still in the sketch phase, which I don't know why, but I am just dreading like coming up with like image ideas to sketch and to draw. Like that's why I don't like storyboarding. I don't like storyboarding in Foxcars or just in general for some reason. I like sketchy things, but I just don't like storyboarding for some reason, which I should fix. I should make a bunch of storyboarding videos just to torture myself so I get used to the pain. Because that's might be what I'm doing for my career, because usually artists and animators and stuff do a bunch of storyboards because that's a really big industry thing right now. Is everything needs storyboards. Even live action needs storyboards. So that would be like, that's plan B probably, or plan C, D, E, either one for me. But I'm sure like like if that's like the main way I can express my art and stuff, then I would come to like it more than I already do. Like I love watching storyboards. Don't get me wrong. Like I can watch people's character animatics or storyboards or whatever for like years, as long as the story is interesting, because there's so many good animatics out there. And just look at that, Stormy is rambling. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. That looked ugly, so I'm fixing it right now. Guys, if you want some words of advice from an artist, don't become an artist. just don't. La 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 la. Elmo's World. Yeah, dude, I'm such an idiot. Like I thought catering was just gonna be delivering food, but it's like I also have to cook it too. And that's why I didn't want to get like a fast food job, because I thought, because I was gonna have to make the food in there or heat it up with potentially hurtful burning and stuff, and I'm gonna be so I didn't want to burn myself because I'm a klutz in the kitchen. I have a huge big old scar on my arm of a burn from when I did it a while back. And Oh my gosh. And I'm going to be working with sharp pointy knives and huge, big, hot ovens and stoves. And yeah, as you know, as long as it doesn't damage my right arm at all or my right hand, I'm good to go, because this is what makes the magic happen. So yep. Okay, so now that I have the outline all done, I'm gonna just flick away the other stuff. So all the red, it go bye-bye. Oof. This program is lagging so heavily right now. La, 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 la. Okay, and then let's use the eraser, take it up to the full degree it can go. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, let's just do that for the rest. Whoa. Whoa. I wish this can go bigger. But it can't, because it's so limited. Okay, so just cleaning everything up again. Okay, so, but yeah, so this is kind of how I do it with paints. I think I might have done one or two things in the vlogs. No, I haven't. I think all the vlogs have been just working on the actual episode of Foxcars line art and such. But yeah, so this is another program that I do. I don't, like I said, I don't do anything important with Foxcars. I don't suggest people using paint if they want to get serious with art. I would prefer them to use other decent programs that are free and such. But I just want to get this ref all done. And yeah, I need to find where the hole is. Dang, dude, I'm actually kind of excited, but at the same time dreading my new job, starting my new job. It's okay, I'm here, I'll be fine. I'm just being a paranoid baby, because that's what I am. Paranoid girl. I gotta get some black shoes for catering though. That's gonna be nice, because I just have white shoes, which is, it's not a good concept if you think about it. White shoes. One of these things are not like this. I will find you. I will hunt you down. Where could you be? I literally just went all around. There you are. No, there's more. There's more. Okay. Okay. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. This is another reason why you shouldn't use paint. It's because you can't fill it in if there is just one tiny little gap between the lines. Broski, it's right here, isn't it? Is that it? Hallelujah. I found it, guys. I found it. Yay! Yay! Aren't you proud of me? Another cool thing about this program is you can literally just click on the lines and it'll change the color, which, whoa, that is pretty cool, if you know what I mean. Wow, wow, wow. There we go. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching me outline this guy. I'm gonna color him now before I go to bed. I'm going to fix that because that looks bad. So yep. Whoa. No, oh gosh. Sorry, personal notes. All right, bye guys. Thank you.